This is going to be the only guide on how to fix depression that you're ever gonna need to see in your life. And I promise you, if you watch until the end of the video, you're gonna have so much more knowledge of what you're going through right now, because just as I did, and I wish I had a video like I'm filming right now so I can watch and learn from someone else's experience, because when you're going through a depression or to any kind of mental struggle, it's really bad when you're going through it alone. And it's always helpful and a big relief to know that there is hope at the end of the tunnel and that you're not alone in this journey. I've been through a depression twice in my life, but it was very severe depression, and especially the second time I was just trying to survive, nothing else. I wasn't even trying to accomplish any goals which I previously set to myself, but rather I was just trying to survive, because when you're into a depression, everything else seems worthless. Your whole life turns around and the goals and the dreams you had before, they suddenly disappear, and all you want is just to start living normal again. And you're not alone in this. This is what a lot of people are going through, and it's also very important to understand in your first stages of battling with depression, because a lot of people lose hope, and this is very important to understand that you're not alone. The first time after I went through a depression, I actually went to a psychologist. I was 15 years old, and my dad decided it's gonna be a good idea to take me to a psychologist. He was the only person I shared what I was going through at the moment, and he tried to give me some support, but it didn't work out. Maybe after 1 month I realized that I needed professional help, and for my surprise, after I went to a psychologist, I didn't feel better. I was going for a period of total of 3 months, and I wouldn't say that I got better. In fact, I even got worse, because during our sessions, from what I was hearing from my psychologist, I was just getting more and more scared of my condition. I thought that I was sick of something and that I'm mentally ill and that something is wrong with me and there is no cure to it, because no one else seems to look that way. Everyone else, when I look around, seems happy, and I'm the only one who literally cannot just live his life. I'm trying to just escape from my reality. The second time happened in the end of 2023, and I would say that it happened because of many factors, primarily because of stress, because of loss of close people to me, and because I also started going to university, which also contributed to the stress factor. And how did it start is that I started experiencing panic attacks, which is one of the ways that depression usually kicks in. When you first start experiencing panic attacks plus anxiety, this was something that it's been my first time ever experiencing. Before that, I don't think I've experienced a panic attack, a real panic attack. It was something extremely scary, because when you haven't experienced something, you don't have knowledge about it, it seems scary, very scary. You don't know what you're going through. And what I did, you might ask? Well, I started fearing not getting panic attack again. This was a big fear that I had after experiencing it once. I just had this fear in myself of please don't appear again, ever again, because it was just too much for me to comprehend. And guess what? It actually started appearing way more often just because of that, just because I was scared of not getting it. It's like when you're scared of a dog or something and you start running away from it, but the dog actually thinks that you're playing with him and he will start chasing you, right? It's the same method basically. When you're scared of not getting a panic attack, you contribute to the fear and then the panic attack just comes. So, what is my first lesson of this guide? The first lesson is that you should not be scared of the things that you're going through. This is very important, okay? As scary as they seem, please just understand that you're not insane, you will not go insane, and that it's something completely normal. I am literally the proof of that. Do you know how many times I've been thinking that it's over for me? I've been like 15, 16, 17, and I was literally thinking that my life is over, that I'm gonna be like this forever until the end of my life, and that no matter if other people get better, I'm just different, there is something wrong with me, and that I'm never gonna get better. This was always my initial thought, but I'm here to remind you that it gets better, it really gets better. So please just keep this in mind. It's really important that you lose your fear of the things that you're going through, because the things that you're feeling, they appear exactly because you fear them and because you don't understand them. Let's go back to the story. So, I told you the second time I was depressed, it was around the end of 2023. And I tried watching some YouTube videos and I got some hope because I saw some hope in the videos that I was watching from the people sharing advice, sharing their stories, and saying that it actually gets better no matter if it seems hopeless right now. And in one of the videos, I stumbled upon one book. And because at this time I was very hopeless, I just decided to give it a try. The book is called At Last Alive. And I will leave a picture somewhere here around me. And this is another advice that I have for you. Please just read this book to see if you're gonna recognize yourself in some of the scenarios, because I promise to you, the way that the author writes about his feelings, it was very similar to what I was experiencing, and probably it's very similar to you if you're watching this video. But if you don't want to read the book, I'm just gonna quickly try to summarize what the methods in his books are. So the author explains that it's very important, no matter with which kind of mental struggles you're going through, to not stop living your life normally. Because you're not sick, you just have some problem, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be there forever. So you should not live your life like something drastically changed. In fact, you should try to live your life normally, to try to do the things that you used to like before. For example, I really liked going to the gym, I really liked playing video games. But when I got into depression, I stopped liking these things. Literally, all of my goals and dreams just disappeared. All of the things that I had interest in, they also stopped engaging me. Why? Because your mind is just occupied with how can I escape? How can I just get out of this situation? And you might start thinking, once I get better, once I get rid of my depression, I'm gonna start living my life again. I'm gonna start doing the things that I liked before. But no, this is not the correct mindset. Because in order for you to get better, you should try to live your life as you did before. And trust me, this advice seemed very stupid to me in the beginning, because I was thinking, what the fuck do you mean that I should start living my life again as normal? I can barely get out of bed. I can barely just make the day pass without feeling like total shit. But please, this is very important, because the problem is not on the outside, the problem is in the inside. And you cannot just isolate yourself from everything and isolate yourself from different places, different peoples, different actions, different hobbies. Another thing I forgot to mention is that during this period, I also was getting constant panic attacks daily, plus the depression I had. And I would start avoiding certain places. I would start avoiding my bedroom or my bed, because this was the place that I was getting panic attacks the most. And I was thinking that if I'm far from this place, then I must be safe. But it wasn't the case, because with time, I started having panic attacks in more and more places, no matter where. Even at university, where I'm completely surrounded with people, or in my room where I'm completely isolated. Also in the metro, I was thinking in the beginning the metro seemed like a very safe space for me. But as time passed on, I started feeling bad everywhere. So what did the author of this book actually recommend about this? Is that you should not avoid any of the places that you feel bad, or any of the hobbies that you used to like, because deep down you still like these things, it's not your main focus right now. This leads to another advice that I want to say, is that you should not try to escape from the things that are in your head. Again, coming back from my example with the running dog, and how when you run, the dog just will start chasing you. If you tried to avoid all of the negative feelings in your head, they will just keep appearing over and over again. This is also merging with something called OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, which I think that I also have in some mild stage, or at least I had, because I used to have these recurring thoughts in my head that would just keep on coming and will never stop. And not only thoughts, but also feelings, different scenarios. I've had many situations, like different scenarios that were going through my head, that I would just not forget and I would just not get rid of. I'm trying to fall asleep and I would just have a situation how I imagine that I jump from the window, or some very bad scene where I don't even want to imagine, and I'm just trying to escape from. I'm just saying like, stop, 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 please don't think about this, because the more you think about something, the more likely you are to manifest it and for it to happen. But please don't worry about this, just take a deep breath. This is not true. If that was true, I wouldn't be here. I've had millions of thoughts of me jumping out of the window, and I was trying to escape them so much. But you see, I didn't jump, I'm still here. So it's not true that if you think of something many times, you're gonna manifest it. So there is hope. Please continue watching, everything is gonna get better. So what do we have so far? First of all, you should not be scared of the things that you're going through, because they're completely normal. As scary as they seem, they're not real, you're not insane, and you will be fine. Second of all, it's curable. Everything that you have in you is curable. There is no such thing as incurable depression. Don't listen to what people say. That's not true. I've read about people having depression for more than 20 years and they still managed to escape it and to actually battle it after applying the advice I'm sharing. And then the most important thing, in my opinion, is for you to make a goal in the real life, somewhere outside of your head. Now, yeah, this is an advice that you've probably heard 1,000 times already, especially if you've watched self-improvement content or if you've watched other related videos on the topic on how to cure your depression. But listen to me, first listen to me. In the book I mentioned earlier, it's explained that the best way to get out of depression is, first of all, not to be scared of it, which we already covered, to accept it and to actually find yourself something, some occupation which is gonna keep your mind occupied. You have to find yourself something. It can be even a goal that you've had before, but let's say that you've stopped dreaming about because you got into a depression. It can be, again, getting into the gym. It can be some more futuristic goal, like running a marathon. And what do you do with this goal? You might be wondering, because it's not enough just to put some goal, but you have to start visualizing the path to this goal and to live like you actually want to achieve it, to go to a workout, but not with the intentions of working out to feel better, because this was a mistake that I did. I was just going to work out, I was going to the gym without even wanting at this point to build a nice body and to be healthy. I was just working out with the only reason to feel better, because when you have depression, you find ways to avoid it, to get out of it. And one of the ways is to try to trick your brain that by saying, oh, right now I'm working out, or am I doing something productive? So it means that I should get better just by doing the action, right? It feels more natural to think this way, but this is actually untrue. The way that you're gonna feel better is by setting up some goal and actually getting invested into the goal itself, because you want to do it, just because it's something that you find passion, you have passion for, not just with the solo intention of feeling better and trying to escape your current situation, but the primary objective, it should be because you actually want to do it and you want to live a certain type of life. And this is extremely hard to comprehend and to apply. This is something that I've read in this book, probably after suffering with depression for 1 month. And it took me half a year more, I would say around half a year more, to understand the real value behind this advice and to apply it. It's very hard to apply it. I was constantly telling myself that, okay, now I'm working out and I actually want to get better. I want to improve in my working out. Why am I not feeling better now? And this is the wrong approach, because I'm still treating my depression as something that I want to escape from. And yes, I know that you really want to escape from, but you're not gonna escape it by just trying to escape it. I don't know if what I'm saying it even makes sense, but please try to understand me that you're only gonna get better once you stop treating depression and anxiety and panic attacks, because this applies to everything, as something extraordinary and something that you should try to escape at any cost right now at the moment. Rather, just try to focus to find something. It doesn't matter what it is. I told you, it can be even something that you've been passionate from before, or it can be something new. And after you find this, start living in such a way that you just want to get good at this thing, that you put some goal and you accomplish it, but not with the intention of just doing this thing because I want to get better. No, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna go and try to do like some really bad performance in your workout just so you can say that you worked out and now you're supposed to feel better. But no. Again, I'm even suggesting you to read the whole book. There is 2 books, At Last Alive 1 and I think 2. They're on Amazon for like a couple of bucks. I'm not like sponsored or anything, just I found this very valuable and I hope that you would also read them and understand the lesson. I'm just trying to point out to you that you should not live in fear, because what you're going through is normal. You know, it's very scary, but it's normal. And that there is always hope, no matter how desperate your situation is. I've had, I told you, OCD, panic attacks, anxiety, depression. I've had derealizations, depersonalizations, meaning that I had these weird moments where I would feel that I'm not in my body, but I'm looking from a third-person perspective. And it's like, I'm looking at my hands thinking, is that really me? What is going on? And it's been like this for half a year at least, if not even more. Only until I read this book and I tried to apply the advice. I know it took a lot of time, but who knows, if I didn't do it, where I would be, I don't know. So for my final words of this video, I guess if I want you for something to stick in your mind from this video, it will be exactly this: to try to find yourself some occupation, a real life occupation. That's very important. It should be something on the outside. You should not try to just stay in your head all day and battle your thoughts. Battling, it's the wrong way. Battling your thoughts, battling your depression, it's not gonna cure it, it's just gonna make it come more. You remember the obsessive compulsive disorder I told you? It happens exactly like this. The more you try to escape, the more obsessed you get by this same thing. So instead of that, find something. In the beginning it can be even very boring. You probably won't even feel any meaning towards this thing, but you just try to stick to it and you actually try to get good at it because of the sole purpose that you like doing this thing, not because you just want to escape from something in your head. That's the real advice, I think. And if you do this, I promise you, you will get better. You can share down in the comments what are the things that you've been going through, and maybe I can help if I can give you some advice. But yes, now go figure out what is your next goal and what is gonna make you feel better.